Hey everyone, this is a two-part video introducing two new features to WMS, mobile delivery and on-site work orders. I'm going to be doing this casting from my Android phone. Alright, so here's the app with the two new workstations added, delivery and on-site work orders. And settings got moved to the hamburger menu. Alright, let's just go to the route. Take a look at this first, right? So we have our sample route here with the 3 stops in Manhattan and 1 stop in the Bronx. Just take a quick look at the map. Right. Go. Stop 1, 2, and 3, and stop 4. Before we go back to the app, one small thing we added here, you can always assign a truck with a driver to the route, but we added, if you weren't doing truck setup, well, you can add the driver directly. Add driver, this is the driver, Jim, hit OK, and the driver is added to the route. So now when we go back to delivery, okay, you'll also notice that this route is for today, April 23rd, right? So if I go to delivery, I'm filtering on myself and I'm filtering on today as a default. Then you can change these and you can turn off the filtering, but normally the driver would come in, do the search, and get all the routes for the day. All right, click on a route, and here are my 4 stops for the route. So we'll just review a few things, right? This is a high traffic route. This is a comment from the board for the route. Okay, so the dispatcher adds it to the board, and this is where it shows up in the app. Here you have notes that pertain to the entire route. So you can come in here and say something like started late. Okay, come back to the board, go into route tracking entries. Here's your comment. All right, so this is comment for the entire route from the driver back to the dispatcher. Okay, so now let's go into a stop. All right, so you'll see that we're in a stop. We have address information, order information, contact, phone number. We have the comments from the order, and then we have detail at the same level as we do the shipping itinerary. So this particular one just has one lock, right? So it's item category, product group, and then total quantity. All right, let me click on the address. It brings you up to the default mapping software, so you can get directions to your route from there, just like everybody's familiar with. Okay. Right. Then down here, you'll see we have a bunch of stuff here, right? So we have notes. So this is notes again, but now these notes are specific to the actual stop, to the order on the stop, actually, in particular. So let's just say this was good. Okay, come back to the board and you'll see that the notes, we on the order level now, order tracking entries, here's a note for this order. Okay, you also have a signature. So you can come, and after you deliver your stuff, the customer takes a signature. Right? Yeah, the customer can type in his name. Right? Okay. Right? And then you got the signature, come back here. Right? Come into signature. And there you go. Okay. Also come back to the app. You have images. You can come and you can take pictures of your delivery. There's one. Right? You can take multiple pictures. There's two. Right? You can flip between them. Right? Hit OK. Come back to the board. Come back to that order. Go to images. There's our first image. And there's our second. Alright, so let me also just quickly show you. If you go to come off the board and go to the order itself. You'll see we added 3 new fields: signatures, images, and WMS tracking entries. Right, so here you go, and it's a different way to get to what we just saw. So here's a signature, for example. If you click on that, right? All right, and this just, from here shows you there's 1 signature, 2 images, and 1 tracking entry, which is our comment for this order. And now let's complete this stop. So we have the complete button down here. We're going to hit complete. Right, we're going to choose our stop result. Completed, hopefully, right? But you also have the client refused the order and you had to skip the stop for whatever reason. We'll just say completed. We'll say something like, great. Right, and there you go, and then you completely stop. Now, if we come back to the board again, refresh, you'll see we have a stop result of completed for this stop. And if we go back into order tracking entries, we have a new entry of type status for completed with our note. Okay. And let's look at some other stuff quickly. We'll go back to the app again. Let's go into stop 2. Stop 2 has a COD amount in red and in bold, so hopefully it gets collected. Alright, come out of this. Stop 3 is just a regular stop like we saw. Let's go into stop 4. So here's our 2 order stop, right? So this is our first order, order comments. Second order comments detailed, one lock here. The second one does have multiple items, so 1 lock and 2 closes. All right, and then from here you click on an order and do a note, signature, and image. Okay, lastly, I just want to show you some offline capability. So if you're if you had a stop that doesn't have internet, you can still take the image, you do all the things, the notes, the image, the camera, and complete the stop without internet. So you can basically work offline. And if you had a stop that has, bad internet, so say everything's really slow and you just want to work offline, you can manually go and say work offline. And then when you're at a spot where you have internet again, everything will just sync back up. So let's go back to delivery. I'll just go through that experience quickly. Right, so I'm going to go to search again. Now I get a message, no internet connection, load in local data. So what it does is it saves everything for, I think, 2 days. So every time you load a route, it will save it. So if you think that this might be a problem, I will load all your routes in the morning. If you ever had a stop that doesn't have internet, you can still do what you need to do. So let me click on the route. Let me go, for example, let me go to stop 3. Let me go just take a note. Okay. Say offline note. Say okay. Right. And then come back. Now, that's all you need to do. But if you wanted to see what you had queued up, or just for troubleshooting purposes, right? If you go to outgoing commands, you see that we have one outgoing command. We added a track and entry, right? We can go and we can view that entry. We'll see it's a note. Here's a note, right? So now when you get internet again, then this will just automatically start sending, right? So you see right now the status is pending. All right, so let's go back online. Let's come back to outgoing commands, right? And it checks for internet like every couple minutes, but for now you can also just manually send it. So let's go manually send that. All right, come back to our board, go to that order 19, order track and entries, and there's a note. Okay, that's it with mobile delivery. Next video is going to be on-site work order.